staying on the path that I've chosen, straight up. Come my way and I'll see you at the top. 'Cause something's gonna happen in this story.
Okay, well, I am Nina.
And I'm Paul. Hi.
And this is Polly. And we do have two more cats who are sleeping. But basically we are full-time RVers. We have a big old 40-foot Holiday Rambler. And we call her the Beast. And our blog is Wheeling It.
And
how long?
type age or number of years RVing?
My age is 40-ish. Number of years RVing, 4 so far. Do you want to divulge your age?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm 45, and yeah, we've been full-timing for 4 years now.
She's 4. For me, this whole transition started actually quite a few years ago when we were living and working in Asia, and we both had very what you call high-power jobs. You know, we were making good money, we were in a big company, but we were also working a lot of hours.
I'm traveling a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was working minimum 80-hour weeks, and I was commuting to Taiwan every week, and you were out all the time.
I would leave home Mondays and usually fly home on Fridays, traveling all over Asia. So.
And then I started getting sick from the stress.
We didn't see each other a lot.
And we didn't see each other, yeah. And I started getting sick, and I started realizing we needed a change in life, and I think you kind of came to the realization for yourself at about the same time.
Yep.
And so I quit my job and started doing different things. I started a little theater company, did some other things over there, and you took a little longer.
Yeah. I first left my job in December '05, and basically was scared back into work twice because of I couldn't make the transition to, I don't know, independent, I guess living, early retirement, whatever you want to call it. I had trouble with that transition, so I got scared back twice. Finally made the complete disconnect in, what that would be December 2009?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, December 2009.
And then, and you were the one actually discovered RVs.
Yeah, I had the idea for RVing. I grew up camping, and I had discovered this early retirement couple, Billy and Acacia.
Yeah, Billy and Acacia. I can't remember their blog, but
Castro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Early Retirement Extreme, I think it's called. Anyway, early retirees, and they had lived in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and they were living in Mexico. They had RV'd for a while, so that got me thinking about living a different kind of life and researching that. And then we finally did it. We bought an RV in one day.
Yeah, bought an RV the same day we saw it. We literally went down. I had never even been in an RV before. We walked into this one, and I'm like, yeah, I could live here. And that day we negotiated. We took the RV, and 6 months later we were basically on the road.
Well, I guess I kind of narrowed the choices down. I had been looking at my trailers and fifth wheels and Class A's, and kind of narrowed it down to Class A's just for the ease of moving them. And with the pets, we could travel with the pets in the RV. So I thought that would be a little bit easier for us. And did a bunch of research on sizes and such. Probably ended up in a little bigger size than we would do probably again. So we're in a 40-foot, and something comfortable with enough space, and Nina would feel comfortable. We all would feel comfortable. And Nina walked into this RV and she said, "Okay."
Yeah, I mean, for me it was, I really hadn't been looking at RVs, and he'd been off doing this harebrained research on RVs, and, but I'm pretty flexible, so when he took me to the show, and I walked into this one, and I looked around, and I'm like, man, this looks really nice, I could really live here, and that's kind of where it went. But he'd done all the research on, getting a diesel pusher. We wanted a diesel pusher because of the power of the engine and longevity, and again, like Paul said, we probably ended up with an RV a little bigger than we would choose in retrospect. We really like to camp in natural spots. We didn't really discover state parks and stuff like that until maybe our third or fourth month RVing. and then we, once we discovered state parks and public parks and national forests and BLM, then we were hooked, because then we could find the space and the green and space to walk her. And that's pretty much what we've been doing ever since. And I do most of the planning. And with a 40-foot RV, it can get interesting to go some of the places that we like to go.
But we push the envelope.
We push the envelope.
And we have scratches to prove it.
We do go boondocking. We do go free camping in the desert in winter and stuff like that. But if we had just a slightly smaller RV, I think it'd be a little interesting, little easier. But that's not to say that we love our RV. I mean, the size is great in terms of comfort. We definitely have a lot of comfort. Yeah, we can easily entertain.
And I don't think we'll be changing it. So. Well, pretty much we had built up enough savings where we could do this for, depending on lifestyle and stuff, pretty much as long as we wanted to. But then on the side we do make some income. For example, Nina with some writing and
little bit of income writing,
and photography. And I do some more active investing and trading. I also write a blog, investingforaliving.wordpress.com, and trying to help people with retirement planning, making sure your portfolio lasts for a long time. Don't make any money off it, just trying to help people. But I do, that's kind of what I like to do, and make money doing that, different investing and trading strategies.
Well, Paul's being very humble, but really he makes the majority of the money here with his investing, and it has been a passion for him since I met him. I mean, he's the kind of guy that'll fall asleep to invest. Or I will fall asleep to investing books, and he will stay up all night reading them. And yeah, I mean, pretty much through RVing, this being his passion, he never really, I don't think you ever really pursued it until we went RVing, and you were kind of forced to pursue it full time.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And then, you know, he's really kind of found his passion and what he loves to do, and we're able to completely fund our RVing through investments in the little bit that I do, and still grow our savings, which is cool. Yeah. And the nice thing about RVing is we are able to adjust our budget, which is really important too. One of the benefits that we found from RVing is having flexibility
in your spending.
In spending.
Yeah.
So sometimes we, you know, if we have a month where we want to save, we can work camp, we can go free camping in the desert. You know, there's lots of things we can do to cut back our budget by almost 50% if we need to. And then in the times that we need to spend more money, or we have more money to spend, that we can go out and do that too. But I think one of the real bonuses that we found of RVing is our flexibility in spending, which we did not have before to the same extent.
Right, we were making money and living and spending it. Saving a significant portion, but still not, I mean, spending it.
Yeah, I mean, we just spent the last 3 months work camping as lighthouse hosts on the Oregon coast, which is something that we found really fun because we love lighthouses, and we saved a bunch of money. It's a great combo. I don't know that we could do something like that in a regular sticks and bricks. We discovered when we started RVing, we were kind of doing it more like vacation mode. We were moving around every 2 days, 2 to 3 days, and driving and moving around and driving. And by the first year, we were so exhausted that we almost wanted to stop because it was just like, man, this is too much. Yeah. And then we kind of came to the realization, you know, this is not a vacation, this is a lifestyle, and we can stop and enjoy things along the way. And once we started doing that in our second year, then we really enjoyed it. So the combo of finding public lands and then slowing down, spending more time in the areas we wanted, doing shorter drives. We don't really like to drive more than 150 miles.
200 miles.
Yeah, and then we settle down and we spend more time, and that has been really, really enjoyable.
enjoyable.
I think the biggest surprise, positive surprise we had from RVing, I mean, we knew we were going to love seeing things and encountering places.
Yeah, and visiting the country.
Right.
And
But the biggest
landmarks.
surprise was the people that we met and the sense of community that we found in RVing, which I did not expect at all. I kind of thought RVing would be a maybe quite a solitary adventure. You know, it would be just the two of us out, you know, exploring stuff. But then we started meeting people, and we started re-meeting people, and we traveled with some people, and we found a lot of like-minded folks. Because basically, a lot of people who go full-time RVs are very adventurous and very different and living a slightly alternative lifestyle. And so we've had really deep connections with people, including Chris and Sheree, that we did not expect.
Yeah, and we're actually more social now than we ever were when we were working.
That's, you know, you gotta follow your dreams. RVing may not be for everybody, but if it is for you, you know, follow your dreams. Go do it. It's the challenges can be overcome. Look for ways to make your job mobile, and then just jump in and do it. I mean, we've loved it, and we kind of hope that our story inspires others who might have the question of whether or not they can do it, that they go do it.
Yeah, give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? You go back to that life you had before.
Like the rising of the sun, straight up flying through the troubles laid before me. Can't you feel